There's something in you defies all logic, a force.
Every time I see you, the air it condenses. An invisible spark, my soul comprehends it. Can't quite explain what I feel when you're near. So close to my touch, yet held by a fear. Your eyes a magnet, my mind in a spin. A dizzying capture where I'll never win. And every fleeting word, every laughter, soft trace, it anchors my orbit with a strange kind of grace. It's a melody no one has heard before, a code only my soul could decipher and more. I know the universe conspired against me, but this feeling inside confronts what used to be. You're my unvoiced gravity, composing as I fall. The force that pulls me in beyond any call. A magnetic field I just cannot break. Though I know it's impossible, your presence I take in this wide open dream where there's no end in line. Your presence ignites me, makes me feel so alive. The strange chemistry, it defies all reason. An impossible secret in every season. Imagined 1,000 worlds where you were truly mine, but reality's grip pulls me back every time. I'm not seeking defeat, no path in the dark, just accepting this burden, this beautiful mark. Maybe it's better this way, a story untold, a canvas in my mind where you never grow old. Because if it were true, every season. Though it hurts to know this moment's all there is, this connection keeps me moving, a constant inner bliss. You're the secret I'll never tell to anyone who is the only true comfort through all my unspoken fears. You're my inverse gravity, amazing as I fall. The force that pulls me in beyond any call. A magnetic field I just cannot break. Though I know it's impossible, your presence I take in this wide open dream where there's no ending line. Your presence ignites me, makes me feel so alive. This strange chemistry, it defies all reason. And impossible, so real, my inverse gravity.
You sold me on a paradise of gold and silver light. You promised me a garden where there's never any night. You fed me with your poetry, your tranquilizing lies, and you taught me how to smile while you were covering my eyes. I thought this cage was safety, I thought your hand was kind, but I can feel the poison seeping deep into my mind. The cracks are in the porcelain, the rust is on the chain, and I can hear the thunder building. I can take Thank you for the pain. You wanted a disciple, but you forged a hurricane.
This is my awakening, the breaking of the spell.
my blood now, cold behind my eyes, living in the echo of 1,000 digital lies. My skin is just a uniform, my bones are made of rust. I'm choking on the ashes of a simulated trust. This heart is just an engine, it's pumping oil and rage. Just another number turning on a different page. I am the ghost in the machine. I am the fighter pill. I had a ticket TARDIS on top of concrete hill. You gotta kill the feeling if it was never there. A network of corruption, a prayer of pure despair. I am the virus in the code, I'm the scream you cannot hear. They feed us information through a sterile silver wire. They build us a religion from the embers of a fire. They sanitize the chaos and they medicate the pain. And they teach you how to function in the acid-colored rain. My pulse is just a sequence, a rhythm and a rhyme. Just another soldier marching out of sync with time. I am the gushing of the same. I am the biter pill. I am the broken promise on top of concrete hill. You gotta kill the feeling if it was never there. A network of corruption, a prayer of pure despair. I am the virus in the code, I'm the scream you cannot hear. Flesh is obsolete. Thought is incomplete. Love is delayed. I am the ghost in the machine. I am the bitter pill. I am the broken promise on top of straight hill. You cannot kill the feeling if it was never there. A network of corruption, a prayer of pure despair. I am the virus in the code, I'm the scream you cannot hear.
I remember Billy's pickup was rusted out and red. We'd listen to the radio and dream of what's ahead. Past the county line where the cell service would die. Underneath the blanket of that endless summer sky, we were heroes of a story that we wrote on dusty glass. Never knowing moments like the good ones never last. 'Cause those were the glory days, a half-forgotten song, when you knew your whole life's waiting right where you like a whisper on the wind. Billy joined the army, said he had to get away. Jenny married rich and moved to somewhere near LA. The old textile mill shut down, the storefronts are all bare, and there's a different kind of quiet hanging heavy in the air. I still drive by the bleachers where we carved our names in wood. Just a ghost of some old quarterback who never thought he would end up right back here. And think about the glory days, that half-forgotten song, when you knew your whole life's waiting right where you belong. But the world keeps getting faster, and it leaves you in the dust. Just a photograph of two kids full of promises and trust. Yeah, the glory days are gone now, like a whisper on the wind. And sometimes late at night, I turn the radio on low, and I hear a song that takes me back to 30 years ago. And for a minute I'm not tired, and for a minute I'm not old. Just a story waiting to unfold. We were living in the glory days, a half-forgotten song, when you knew your whole a shelter from the storm. Now we're just two strangers trying to keep each other warm. The traffic lights are changing from a warning to a plea. I'm not the man I was, and you're not who you thought you'd be. And we are standing on the border of what we used to be. A whisper in a crowded room for no one else to see. This is the sound of letting go, a compression in the noise, the fading echo of a voice, the ghost of a choice. And we are standing on the border of what we used to be. A whisper in a crowded room for no one else to see. This is the sound of letting go, a compression in the noise, the fading echo of a voice, the ghost of a choice.
Another Friday night here in this cul-de-sac town. The streetlights are all buzzing with the same old boring sound. My parents set a curfew and they're watching MTV, pretending that they weren't the ones who used to be like me. I'm sick of cutting lawns and I am sick of picket fence. This whole suburban nightmare doesn't make a bit of sense. I'm sick of waiting for a life that never seems to start. I'm gonna burn this map and tear this stupid town apart. I'm just another casualty of boredom and despair. Got my fingers crossed, and I'm going anywhere but here. The quarterback is dating the designated prom queen. It's like a bad TV show, the worst I've ever seen. They hang out at the strip mall and they talk about their cars, and I'm stuck in my garage trying to learn to play guitar. They say that these are the best years, I swear that it's a lie. Just a waiting room that we are living in until we die. I'm sick of waiting for a life that never seems to start. I'm gonna burn this map and tear this stupid town apart. I'm just another casualty of boredom and despair. Got my fingers crossed, and I'm going anywhere but here. And maybe I'm just lazy, and maybe I'm just dumb, and maybe I'm just waiting for a thing that never comes. But I'd rather crash and burn than just slowly fade away. I can't take another day. I can't take another day. I say go.
lights are bleeding through the window and the rain. We're sitting here in silence, playing out the same old game. You're talking in a language that I used to understand, but now it's just a whisper from a far and distant land. There's a television flickering, it's painting us in blue, and I'm standing on one side of the glass and on the other side is you. We're living in a girlfriend, a mobile home. We dance with the shadows, but we're dancing all alone. And I reach across the distance, but I only touch the cold. A story that's already grown too old. A story grown too old. I remember in the beginning, the fire and the spark. We used to paint our futures on a canvas in the dark, but now the lines are faded and the colors washed away, and we're just going through the motions of another passing day. I wanna break the silence, I wanna scream your name, but I know that if I do it, nothing will have changed. I'm living in a dull zone, I'm living in a hole. We're dancing in the shadows, but we're dancing all alone. And I reach across the distance, but I only touch the cold. A story that's already grown old. A story grown too old. It's not technical, but very using classic. We're living in a ghostland, a memory of a home. We're dancing in the shadows, but we're dancing all alone. And I reach across the distance, but I only touch the cold. A story that's already grown too old. A story grown too old. Over the top until it all cedes into silence.
Got dust on my boots from a highway I can't name. Played a crooked hand of poker, won a pocket full of shame. The sun's an angry giant in a cracked and faded sky, and I'm just looking for a reason, but I ain't asking why. This engine is my heartbeat, this wheel is my best friend. I'm just a rolling thunder till I reach the bitter end. 'Cause I'm a bad man's son with a good man's ghost, raised on whiskey smoke and the stories I fear most. I'm a hurricane in waiting, I'm a slow and steady bird, just another lesson that the world ain't gonna learn. Saw a sign for salvation about 100 miles ago, just a faded neon promise in a tired dusty glow. The waitress at the diner, she had angels in her eyes. She asked me where I'm going, I just fed up pretty lies. 'Cause some of us are built to run and some are built to stay, and I was born with gasoline to wash my sins away. 'Cause I'm a bad man's son with a good man's ghost, raised on whiskey smoke and the stories I fear most. I'm a hurricane in waiting, I'm a slow and steady burn, just another lesson that the world ain't gonna learn. And every town looks the same in my rearview mirror's light, just another lonely battle in a never-ending night. But I keep on moving, 'cause I'm a bad man's son with a good man's ghost, raised on whiskey smoke and the stories I fear most. I'm a hurricane in waiting, I'm a slow and steady bird, just another lesson that the world ain't gonna learn. Keep on rolling. The song comes to a tight pole in Apple on a final crossing I found that faded photograph inside a dusty box, a picture of a summer that the turning of the clocks can never take away from me. I see it in my head, the promises we whispered in your tiny single bed. You said we'd last forever, a fool I was to think talking about the future. I was hanging on your lips. The world was in the motion of your careless fingertips. I never knew that paradise could have and close in time, or the cost of just one memory could be my only dime. And I see you in the strangers on the crowded city streets, just a ghost of a reminder that my heart no longer beats. And we were caught in a hurricane of stolen cars and rain. We were burning like a wildfire, too beautiful for pain. I still hear you calling out my name across the years, but now the sound is drowned out by the roaring of my fears. We were perfect, we were golden, we were everything, and then we were gone. And they say that time's a healer, but they never felt this scar. 'Cause no matter where I run to, you're exactly where you are. And we were caught in a hurricane of stolen Cayenne rain. We were burning like a wildfire, too beautiful for pain. I still hear you calling out my name across the years, but now the sound is drowned out by the roaring of my fears. We were perfect, we were golden, we were everything, and then we were gone. The house lights start to flicker, a signal for the end. I see a million faces, a foe and then a friend. They say that every legend must eventually grow old. A story whispered in the dark, a memory to hold. I played the reckless hero, I have played the fallen king, and I can hear the echo of the final song I'll sing. The velvet curtains never know the quiet wars I fought and lost within. This costume is a part of me. The stage has been my life. I've danced upon the wire's edge and balanced on a knife. So let them take their pictures and remember me this way. A supernova burning at the closing of the day. So let the final thunder roll, let the applause all fade. This is the last stand of a promise that I made. I'll take my final bow beneath the sky of prompting stone. And if I have to fall, I'll make sure I don't fall alone. This is my legacy. We dress it into the bone. And when the silence comes and all the ghosts are gone, we'll just a single memory of my song. Live on. So let the final thunder roll, let the applause all fade. This is the last stand of a promise that I made. I'll take my final bow beneath the sky of prompting stone. And if I have to fall, I'll make sure I don't fall alone. This is my legacy. Lifted it into the bone. Said you couldn't. They said you wouldn't. But you know better. Felt the weight of doubt, whispers in the night. Every step felt heavy, losing all your light. They told you to give up, to let the dream just fade. But